Barbie is incredible. Oh my god. One half of the biggest event of the movie calendar year is here in the form of Greta Gerwig's Barbie. From the cast and crew announcements, there was curiosity. From the set photos that were leaked, there was intrigue. From the trailers, there was hype. And now it's time to answer. Does Greta Gerwig's Barbie live up to the hype? Fuck yeah, it does. Holy shit. I just got back from watching Greta Gerwig's Barbie and oh my god. Holy shit. I can't believe this movie is real. I genuinely can't. I can't believe that this isn't just some figment of my imagination or some other person's imagination. This is a real movie that I can basically touch on screen. And even as a Barbie defender, Ryan Gosling Ken defender, we'll talk about that in a moment. There was a part of me where I was like, man, like I can see a world where this movie disappoints me. You know, I can see it. And the little knowledge I had about the movie, I assumed it was going to tackle a lot. You know, anytime with the comedy, that can be very hit or miss. I could see it disappointing. So I went in with the openest of minds you would ever imagine. And I left with that mind blown because, one, I had a headache the entire time, not because of the movie. I was having it the entire day, so it was kind of pounding my ass. Oh my god. But also because of how amazing it was. God damn it. Let's talk about tone for a second. I'm not someone that gets upset where there's a tense moment and then there's a joke, right? I don't mind that as long as it's done well. I don't mind if we seemingly go from a movie that's very realistic to something that just evolves into something completely in fantasy. I don't mind some of those tonal jarring shifts, right? As long as there's a good director behind the wheel kind of managing that. And we've seen what happens when a movie like that just doesn't have a good grip on it. Well, Greta Gerwig is already stamped a legend in my mind because the way she maneuvers through this movie, it is one of the best directorial efforts I've seen. This movie's hilarious. Now, that does go with me loving Michael Cera, and just anytime he's on screen, I just laugh because he's awesome and I love him and I get it and no one else gets him like I do. But also the jokes are just really funny and clever, and Ryan Gosling, who I will get to, is hilarious. But I'm not even necessarily interested in talking about the comedy because even though I find it funny, that's going to be different for most people. The heart in this movie is so apparent. I was genuinely not expecting the amount of emotion and just heartwarming moments you see in this. And listen, that's the kind of director that Greta Gerwig has already proved herself to be, but there is so much love in this movie. Love for women and mothers of all kinds. There are multiple scenes that reflect on what it is to be a woman in today's world. And I brought my fiance along with me. You know, I can't just be the only guy there. What? And just as reaffirmation, I looked to her after a certain moment and she is just sobbing. And I am already emotional just from the movie. And I look at her and she sobs. Greta Gerwig manages to weave in between that shift of comedy and also making you cry. And that is genuinely impressive. She's just the best. What the fuck? In addition to that, it's just about existentialism. Like, are we good enough? Like, what is happening? Oh my god. It's really moving, and you don't need to be a woman to be moved by this movie. And if you do, I really think that's a you problem. And the screenplay really evolves throughout this movie. It just gets better and better. Not that the beginning was bad or anything, but it kind of started here. I'm like, okay, like let's see where this goes. If it stays here, to be honest, just how much hype I had, I'd be a little disappointed. But as the movie kept progressing, the script kept evolving and it kept revealing its layers to it. And by the end, truly blown away. This movie ends perfectly. It ends beautifully. And then it ends very funny. It's a perfect ending. But the screenplay and themes and all that are all good. Obviously, you need a great director, but you also need great actors. And this cast is pitch perfect. This is really Margot Robbie's baby. She's a producer on it. She's been attached to it for a very long time. And she's obviously the star. And my God, is she incredible. She is always incredible. Shout out to the Babylon heads. And I kind of have to applaud Margot Robbie because I don't know how many actresses would do this. She is insanely self-aware of her own stardom and obviously her own looks and beauty. And she doesn't shy away from that. This isn't like an arrogant thing, but she is very aware of that and it uses it in the movie. And I think it is incredibly well done. And like, I don't know how many actresses would do that, kind of make that reflection on themselves. So she is incredible. Ryan Gosling. I have been a Ryan Gosling defender. I feel like my whole life. Probably not, but I feel like it. To everyone who has insulted this man over being Ken, I want your apologies in the comment section. I want it dated with your name and a sincerely at the end, okay? Because Ryan Gosling gives one of the most memorable comedic performances I have seen in years. There is no way you walk away from this movie not thinking about Ryan Gosling. He is hilarious. The physical comedy on him, the comedic timing, the dialogue, the line delivery, it's perfect, just wrapped up in him. I can see why Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie were like, he is the only choice for Ken. I don't know who else would have been. He is definitely a standout, but like I said, the entire cast is awesome, and they're all casted so well, perfectly attuned to their roles. And I do have to give a special shout out again to Michael Cera as Alan. Michael Cera, me and my friends, I am so proud to say my friends understand the Michael Cera. We see you, okay? Just like Avatar Way of Water, I see you. And listen, I say this till the end because everyone knows this, but obviously the technical crowd is amazing. You see the costumes, you see the production design, you see the hair and makeup. The score is amazing as well. There are so many good things about this movie. On a technical basis, on above the line basis, this movie is working on all cylinders. And at the end, I was truly like, I cannot believe I liked it that much. And I was already really excited for it. I will say, if you walk into this movie thinking that this is going to be something stupid and you're not going to like it, I don't think this movie will change your mind. And when I say that, I'm not even saying you have to go into the movie just already pre-loving it and then you'll love it, because I don't think that's the right way to do it either. But you just have to go in completely open to whatever you are going to see on that screen. If you have preconceived notions of it being good or bad, it'll probably reaffirm that either way. So go in with an open mind, and I hope you like it as much as me. I'm actually shocked at how much I liked it. One of the best movies of the year with some of the best performances of the year. Barbie, 5 stars. What are you gonna do, huh? What are you going to do? Now, for all the normal people with lives, thank you so much for this video. I'll see you next time. Now, for the crazy psychos who want to know about the Oscars, let's talk about it a little bit. I'm going to be very quick because I do Oscar videos on a separate side here. Obviously, I think the screenplay, especially if it's adapted, I think that is very likely. I think supporting actors, Ryan Gosling, that might be, outside of the text, that might be its best shot, to be honest. Throw in production design, throw in costumes, those are a layup. Hair and makeup, a little bit less sure, but it's hovering there. As amazing as Margot Robbie is, I mean, she didn't get in for Babylon, and, god damn it. I think that'll be a little tough for actress, just based off what it is. That'd be a little tough. Greta Gerwig, the director picture thing, it really goes hand in hand, because if I don't think this is in picture, then obviously I don't think it's the director. I will say I'm going to keep it where it's at in my list, which is basically like right on the bubble. I need to see more about how people feel about it, not just myself, not just, Twitter. And I want to see the box office, because if everything clicks, then absolutely this can be picture. In my mind, it is picture worthy. It is very much a comedy, but all in all, this will surely get some nominations, and Ryan Gosling is by far the best supporting actor in my mind. Wow, can't believe it. Can't believe how good it is. Fuck.